live.
You ready? We're live
Yeah, we're good, baby.
with
Let's ride.
Alex Schild,
The Jew.
the man that's running shit, especially a Siam Sub Series. Is that what it is? Am I pronouncing it correctly?
You know what's funny? I tell this to people a lot, and I should probably figure it out because I own a company here.
I like to
called
say
that.
Siam.
But so
I think it's Siam.
I think it is Siam. I always forget. So like it's the old name for Thailand, right? Like Thailand, there was like part of Cambodia, Laos, like the old Southeast Asia, and we should probably know it because I say it a lot.
Siam, but I say Siam.
I always forget if it's Siam or Siam, so I just say Siam Sub Series. Yeah. Anyways, long answer to your question. Siam Sub Series
It's back.
Well, you got your second event coming up. When?
February 3rd, coming to you live from Phuket, Thailand, the Andaman Sea.
It seems like there's going to be a lot of interest, a little bit more interest this time. Maybe people are going to come in from like other cities.
We got Chel Sonnen coming in.
I
was just making that up because I felt like I was trying to like cut a promo like I was Chel Sonnen.
But we do got some jiu-jitsu superstars. Josh will be there. So Josh Hanger will be there.
I'm gonna super fight with him actually.
Yeah. Right.
I keep joking with him and telling him that, and he just like laughs at me.
I think they should do it. I think he should go against Stu. That'd be great. But
actually, I would go against Josh, but like it's just fun like giving him banter because he's a cool fucking dude. And when I'm like I told him the other day, I was like, yeah, I'm actually going to have a super fight with you at Alex's tournament. And he just like kind of laughed. And he was probably in his head thinking like, shut the fuck up, bro. But it was funny.
You should just bring it up on him on that day. Just be like,
I'll just grab the mic and be like, by the way, we have a special fight.
Be like, at 5, Josh, get ready. The super fight, man.
Yeah, Josh would love it.
George is in the back. He just submitted a dude 15 times in a row. You better be ready.
Yo, Josh is down, man. He told me. He was like, bro, you need me to do something? And I was like, nah, because I have some ideas, but I don't want to like ask him too much. But he's like, yo, whatever you need me to do, let me know. He's
going to know now because he listens to my show.
Yeah, it'd be funny. So, the first one, I think when I put out the first one, it was something that me and my friends knew about and nobody knew about it, right? Anytime you launch something, so like people are trying to figure out like what it was about. But and then especially after, it was like a 2-week like hype event. So like people kind of weren't really sure. And then all of a sudden I did it. They were able to figure out real quick what I was doing. So this time when I announced this time, I have like a bit of content that I can put out. So people were really interactive right from the first post. So it was really cool. So I've been getting a lot of messages.
You had some decent grapplers out there on the first event, especially a big name comes to mind who is Kleber.
Why are you bringing up old wounds?
I'm just saying a big name, Kleber. He's a beast on the ground, man. Like
I know. I told him I was getting ready. We were going to do an exhibition. I was fitting on giving him some elbows, but that's my boy. He's a beast.
No, that was really cool, man. He just is his last name Koike or Earps? Kleber Koike Earps.
I think
certainly.
Right? Yeah, I mean, a guy like that, he knows firsthand. He fought the dude, and I've trained with the guy. I mean, the guy's like KSW champ. I mean, really high level grappler, like in MMA. I think he's like 23-4 with like 20 submissions. I mean, that's like, I mean, he's been fighting in Japan and in Poland. I mean, he's fighting tough guys.
He won the belt in front of like 58,000 people. That is insane.
Yeah. So I mean, this guy, he just has become a friend of ours ever since George fought him, and
he's by far, like, after we fought, he was asking about coming to train at Tiger. He's by far the best jiu-jitsu practitioner obviously I've ever fought, but that in MMA jiu-jitsu for MMA that I've trained with ever. Yeah,
it's really funny to we train with a lot of guys who are good at jiu-jitsu, but to be good at jiu-jitsu and MMA and that high of a submission percentage is dude, it's fucking all man, I'm a jiu-jitsu, I like jiu-jitsu, but all I want to do is get a rear naked choke or something or get this arm bar. But guys like this are just going for it and submitting people left and right. I mean, fuck, man. And he actually ended up in the finals against in the advanced division. He ended up in the finals against our boy Emilio. So that was really cool. It just happened to work out. They were both here. They were both not too close to a fight. People don't want to get injured before a fight. But these are two high-level grapplers in big promotions. A KSW champ, and Emilo's a contender right now in the ONE FC. So they got cool. I mean, it was awesome. I mean, they got to meet in the finals. I mean, that was no matter how you look at it, that was really good level grappling, and it was really, really cool to that these guys were able to support the event. And it was really fun, man. It was really cool.
Yeah, Kleber, man. he's an interesting character. The reason why I say that is because when you look at him, he does not. He's the guy that you look at. He doesn't look like he would be tapping people. He doesn't even look like he would be fighting anybody. He looks like a guy that's been working at the library.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Even his like, he's just good, man. Like even his stand up is like awkward but good. It's awkwardly good. But yeah, he's just a tough guy. Like, you know,
unassuming, I would say. He's very unassuming when you look at
totally,
him. Right?
totally unassuming and just the nicest dude, man. Like
super nice.
He looks like a nice guy and is a nice guy. Like that's really cool, you know? So when I had asked him if he could do the tournament, he didn't even like think about it. He was like, yeah, bro. He's like, absolutely, you know? So
I wonder why he's not in the UFC, man. Like for real, like I think he's on like a 15 fight win streak. And I think he tapped like 13 dudes out of the 15.
I didn't know that.
I don't know why, but I'm gonna look now.
Yeah, I mean, there's savages everywhere in the world. I mean, that's what's really cool about MMA right now is like not all of the best fighters in the UFC. UFC absolutely has like a high level of fighter, right? But there's guys outside of the UFC that would be contenders right away, you know? So it's just, you know, it's just the business, but that's fucking cool, man. Like KSW is like a cool show. Like, yeah, it's good.
Yeah, I don't understand. Like, I understand why some people don't sign, and I'm pretty sure he might have been offered a few times, and he's getting paid.
He's 23-4-1.
How many submissions?
Hold on.
I love that you're using Tapology now too.
Yeah, I told you.
I know you did.
I'm the one that told you.
Yeah, I know. But
all right, no, he's on a 5-fight winning streak. Before that, he lost to the guy he just beat. That's fought him for the title. So he lost to him back in 2015.
And he choked him out?
And then he just choked him out.
That's dope.
And then before that, he was on a –
huge.
He was on a 15-fight win streak before that. So he's on a 15-fight win streak. He lost one and then came back.
And beat the same guy. Yeah, what a G. Yeah, what a G.
He's a beast, man. Like I've known about him for a few years, and just watching him just put in work and the way that he just like when you look at him, he just looks like a guy that's going in there and just like it just comes easy to him. It seems like sometimes, you know what I mean? Like when you watch his fights.
I mean, the dude works hard. You can't take anything away, you know. But
yeah, so like, do you got any other big names, you know, that's coming in your second event? You working on anybody you could kind of release to us a little bit?
No, so I mean, for the second event, I'm definitely putting together a few fights for like matches for the advanced division. Mm-hmm. But right now, I'm not totally sure. I mean, Phuket. The really cool thing about Phuket, but it's also the hard part about Phuket is that people are always coming and going. So it makes it a bit tough because things get down to the last minute. But this is why I'm kind of able to, you know, end up with like some high level guys like Kleber and Emilo in the finals. So we're gonna see like as I go this week and as next week, we'll be putting together a few matches. So. Yeah, it'll be good. We'll be able to get it done. Yeah, you'll see. I'll get some good people.
It's in like 2 weeks, right?
Yeah, man, 2 weeks. So what's today? Today's the
22nd or 23rd?
Was 23rd? Yeah. So I just announced yesterday on the 22nd. I just opened up registration. Yeah. So basically for this style tournament, it's gonna be like the same way I did it last time, kind of real local style. I don't have any online registration. You got to pay in person. 2 weeks, like kind of hype up. Like, you know, if it's going to be more than that, a lot more people will fly in, right? Which is the goal later. But right now, kind of keep it like this Phuket feel, and get the gyms involved from Phuket. And
last time, how many countries?
Last time it was really cool. Just between, so we had most of our competitors were in Phuket already. We had a few flying in from Bangkok and a few from Malaysia. But we had competing against each other. We had 28 different countries, 28 different countries competing against each other. I mean, I don't know of like I don't know of any other tournament that does that. I don't know if you go to your local tournament in Atlanta or in California, you're competing against guys. You're competing against your local tournament. You know that you have these rivalries. You compete against them every year and a few times a year, and you're trying to beat them. And that's amazing. That's really cool. But the unique thing that you're going to get here is you're going to compete against people from all over the world, completely different styles, Sambo background, jiu-jitsu background, MMA background, wrestling background. Last time Frank Hickman, he jumped in the advanced division. The advanced division.
And he'd done jiu-jitsu 2 days.
Yeah.
3 days in a year probably
but
that he'd been here.
The guy's an extremely high-level grappler. He's a high-level grappler. What do you call it? Jiu-jitsu or wrestling. The guy just had to grapple. So he jumped in the advanced division, went against pro MMA fighters. He went against jiu-jitsu purple belts, and he went against
Joe Ray in the finals.
Joe Ray. He went against Sambo fighters. It was a really cool event. So I think you're like people that are going to compete are going to get like a real cool experience. Probably something they won't get back home at their local tournament.
And it'll be completely different competitors from last time.
Yeah.
So
another really cool part. Yeah, exactly. So like a few people will have done the first one, but in 2 months, it's a lot of different people. So it's going to be a completely different group of people. So anytime you come and you're going to do a Siam Sub Series, you already know without a doubt you're going to compete against different people every time, which is really, really cool. So it's a cool. When is a guy from there? We had a guy from Namibia in Africa. So when would you ever get to compete jiu-jitsu against this kid from Namibia? It's probably going to be pretty rare. You'll have the chance. So people just from all over the world. It was really cool.
What is the rule set that you guys are using?
So rules are 5-minute rounds, submission only for the first 5 minutes. So no points. After that, it'll be 2 minutes of points. So not first point score. 2 minutes of points, total points at the end wins. So you can get a sweep, you can get a takedown, you can get the back. Whoever wins, 7-4, whatever it is, that wins. If it's tied at the end of that or it's 0-0, a 1 minute overtime. So sudden death at the end. So you can shoot a takedown and win with points, or you can pull guard and sweep or submit, something like that.
Hey,
so.
for my brother, I just kept telling him, make it through the first 5, get to the 3 minutes for the points, get the takedowns.
Yeah, you know what? Like that's that's kind of why I wanted to do the rules like that. Like let's say there's a really good jiu-jitsu guy who maybe isn't good at takedowns, but in the first 5 minutes he controls the back, controls the mount, like is in dominant positions, but at the end of the 5 minutes he couldn't get a submission, but he did control the position, right? So in the 2 minutes, maybe you go against a wrestler who just takes you down right away. That way it's not unfair to the grappler. They're like, okay, maybe you took me down, but I'm going to get back to your back. I'm going to get back to the mount, and I'm going to be able to score more points, right? So to try to discourage the wrestler from holding on until the end. So even if they hold on, they still have to go the rest of the 2 minutes. So trying to do something like that. I have a feeling that the rules will evolve over time, but right now that's what we're going with. And
last time it was a good turnout, and everyone there was no complaints. Usually at jiu-jitsu tournaments, or at least around here, like the gyms are like arguing, the coaches.
Oh, definitely fighting.
But there was not one argument.
Yeah, I got some good feedback, but we're gonna stick with those rules. And for intermediate and advanced, all submissions are allowed. I mean, you can do heel hooks, you can do toe holds, you can do neck cranks, twisters. Whatever you want at intermediate and advanced. I mean, the way we kind of coach and the way we feel, especially because we are a big MMA based program, you should be competent in everything. If you're fighting pro MMA at your first fight or your 20th pro fight, you need to understand how to defend neck cranks. So if you do a jiu-jitsu tournament and you think you want to be a pro fighter, you need to know how to do that. So that's just kind of my belief. And I think that's the way that we coach at the gym as well. So beginners is a little bit different. People under 1 year, beginners is a bit different. That's going to be no neck cranks, no twisters, no toe holds. Those are the techniques that the higher level guys should be knowing. But big beginners, we're going to, we want to keep everyone safe. That's really, really the goal, is to keep everybody safe. And I'm excited about the second one.
You ever plan on maybe throwing in the gi, like submission only gi? Because not many places are doing that. And, there's more submissions with the gi. So you ever thought of that?
Yeah, we'll see. Right now, we're focused on no gi, so we'll see. Okay. Obviously, there's definitely a possibility to do both, but right now, just focus on no gi.
Make it simple. Are you the one? Are you doing everything? Is it just you?
Sorry.
Yeah, that's me. Fucking George. Yeah, just ask it again, and you can edit it.
Is it just you?
Yeah. So anyways, it is just me. So right now I have a few people that I work with on different things, different parts that are helping me out, but all the decisions come down to me, and the planning and the venue and the date. And there's definitely a few people I'm working with and are helping me out, and I couldn't do without it.
Yeah.
But when it comes,
me.
Yeah, I definitely have. There's definitely a lot of people that I work with for creativity stuff, and I pass things off of, and definitely take suggestions and feedback from everybody. But yeah.
Yeah, I like the logo. That's one thing that just like when I saw it, I was like, oh, that's a dope ass logo that you guys created.
You didn't even wear the shirt. I would have worn mine, but I wore it wrestling today.
I didn't wear the shirt. We got another shirt coming. I'm really excited. So yeah, I worked with some really talented people to like create a really good logo, and then also people to help me out with the design aspect of it. I mean, I think it's really, at the end of the day, what's a tournament is it's a name and a logo, mats, and some referees, right? Really, that's at the end of the day, the base of it, right? So like those things I'm going to do really good at, right? I have brand new mats. They're clean mats. They're good quality mats in Thailand. They're puzzle piece mats, but they're really good quality. And then the stuff with the design, I want people to enjoy it. So that's kind of where we're going.
All right, man. That sounds good, man. Like you're moving along. You got your second event. You got
news kid. Sorry.
What else?
We were watching.
What happened?
One of the trainer's kids he went live. His kid is like, he's like overweight, so he made him start training in Muay Thai, and he's fighting, and he just went live.
Yo, Thailand is so funny, man.
He's like probably 7 years old, and his full rules Muay Thai, elbows, kicks to the head, everything.
I love your tote rack. Get your totes.
What?
Look at all your totes. Your tote rack.
Oh yeah.
You're talking about his man bags?
His totes.
Those are called totes?
I don't know. Don't hate. I
ain't hating.
Hey, let's talk about that hat.
What's up with the hat?
No, your hat. What? Like,
this is just it's like really cold here right now. It's winter.
Yeah, I know. Are you gonna venture over to North Korea in that hat?
No, if you wear this, it'd be easier to shoot.
Look at his little like Korean setup.
Hey, does Kim Jong have?
Look at his little Korean bases.
You're the first one to say some shit.
Look at look how Korean.
That's my pagoda back there. You see that? That's my backyard.
That's his pagoda. Yeah, right.
Does Kim Jong have Facebook?
No, man. You know that motherfuckers don't have Facebook.
Well, I didn't know if maybe he did.
He's
He's got Twitter, right?
He's probably like a troll. He's probably like
John, does he have Twitter?
I'm pretty sure he has all that stuff, but he's just like on a different name or whatever. It's not like he's gonna come out as himself.
I thought for some reason he had Twitter. I was gonna say like we should tweet him in our shit in our podcast. Maybe he'll listen.
No, I don't think that's too much contact.
Just stay away from him.
Yeah, you'd be like a fish in a barrel down there in South Korea. No worries.
Real. Hey, what do you guys think about Daniel Cormier, man?
Dong Cho is probably his name.
What do you mean? I love him.
Who?
What do you think about his performance? It just DC.
He's a beast. He's an absolute beast.
I watch.
Give him John Jones again. I warn him. Third time's a charm. I'm still a believer.
No way.
No, I'm not. But I still think.
I love him, bro. He's you can't take anything away from him, even with all the John Jones stuff, bro.
Yeah, of course.
DC's a beast.
Of course.
He's an ambassador of the sport, and he goes down in the books as one of the best to do it.
Of all time, for sure. He still won't beat John Jones.
It's pretty incredible, though, to see what he's done. Like, my roommate from America, we were talking the other day, he's my best friend, and he's always been into MMA just because, he was into me wrestling, and then, when I started fighting MMA, he was always very supportive. But I remember watching Strike Force. He knows now about MMA, but he was still young as a fan. And he I remember he saw him, and he we were joking about it the other day. He was telling somebody because they were watching the fight, and he was this was even before the Strike Force tournament when DC was in it. And he was like, "Oh man, he's gonna lose. He's gonna get his ass kicked. He's fat. He's out of shape." And I knew who he was obviously, and I was like, "Bro, he is a beast wrestler." It was his second fight, I think. And I was just like, you can't count him out. He's going to be fine. And then he smashed the guy and then won the heavyweight tournament a year later or some shit like that. But the stuff, even when he won that tournament, the guys that he beat, think about how bad he beat Josh Barnett.
That whole Grand Prix was
That guy
like,
had been doing it for like ages before DC was like, I think in it less than 3 years, maybe like 2 years, and he beat the shit out of him. Like, he's one guy you can say like every fight, his progression and how much he's improved is like.
I think he was even less than 2 years when he did that tournament.
Probably.
I think he was like super, super young in his career.
Bro, he's a beast. Like, he's the type of guy he could take you down at will whenever he wanted in the fight. But think about like how good his striking is. Man, he's total package. Like, the things that he's done in the small amount of time that he's done it in is insane.
He's just like he's a really, really good high level competitor.
Yeah.
Like, he competes against the best and rises to the occasion. Like
yeah. He's like he fights at championship level.
Well, yeah,
you know, like
100%.
That's all you can say. 100%. Basically, is he fights at championship level. He knows how to win. You know, and
he knows how to train too. You know.
Yeah. And he still do classes too.
Yeah, he's a wrestling coach there.
Yeah, so even the best wrestlers go to him to learn from him. So that shows you something about him and his skill level.
It's pretty cool though. Like, even one of the guys from Russia, who's probably Chechen, I would imagine, he brought in to, like, I think trained before for like John Jones or somebody. I can't remember what fight it was, but like DC is very well respected in the wrestling community, like internationally.
Sure.
And you know, even like guys he's competed against before from Russia and stuff, he's brought in to help him train, you know, for his upcoming fights, which is pretty freaking cool. And they got a lot of good wrestlers there, like Sean Bunch, who has fought in Bellator. I don't know if you know who he is.
Mm-hmm.
He's fought in Bellator and won some like local belts. And he was a national runner-up. He wrestled at Edinburgh, which was in my conference. And him and DC were like really close because they wrestled internationally together on the
Bellator is picking up all the wrestlers.
Yeah, man.
Bellator is picking up all the wrestlers. All these Penn State guys that are all of a sudden fighting MMA. Like,
yeah, they got that kid Cotton now. Like, they picked up a lot of people.
Did you see what's his face? Aaron Pico won by body shot.
Bro, that leg kick body shot that you could hear just rip it.
Yeah, dude, just swung,
Did you see that?
Just winged it out there, bro. Like,
dude,
did you watch it?
Oh yeah, I saw Pico. Yeah, Pico was like, that was vicious.
Think about his first 3 fights.
Bro, he's a beast.
Went out, got choked out, and then one with
knocked out. Got knocked out.
No, in the first one he got choked out.
No, he got knocked out.
I think he got choked out, but we'll check. No, he got caught in like I think he got put to sleep, like a darce or something.
Yeah, you're right. It was a darce.
And then he won by like this like uppercut left hook, whatever the fuck it was from hell. Highlight reel knockout. And then his third fight was this highlight reel knockout body shot.
Yeah, he has some potential. Hey, did you see that fucking what they were saying about Francis Ngannou, that he didn't train any of the ground before this fight?
Bro.
It's a bad idea.
What is?
Yeah, he did. He lost. You're right.
Submission, right?
Yeah, he lost by choke. Yes,
Darce?
by submission. It doesn't say.
I think it was darce. Because I remember he was trying to hook the leg. I think he was trying to hook the leg in the fight. And then that's when he tapped out.
Damn.
Yeah, but what a crazy first 3 fights. Like, fuck. It's funny, like.
He's talented, man. Like,
yeah, he always said that he did wrestling and boxing at the same time. And everyone's kind of like, when you watch, like, the videos, and you're like, fuck, really? And then, what's his face? Freddie Roach, like, vouched for him. And then he gets choked out like that, and then boom, he gets these 2 nasty knockouts. You're like, oh shit, this kid has good hands. This kid has really good hands.
And he's a beast wrestler.
Yeah, once he gets comfortable wrestling in the cage too, you know.
Hey, do you guys think Lima won that fight? It's hard. I don't know. They have to rematch, man. Like, I watched that fight.
They definitely have to rematch. As like, obviously, I'm a Lima fan. Like, he's one of my good friends. But like, the damage, bro. Like, MMA needs to, like, I'm a wrestler, but if you just take someone down and lay on them, it doesn't count. Or it shouldn't.
Yo, like, he fucked his leg up.
Yeah, and his face. Look at his face.
His leg was nasty.
Yo, Douglas fucked up, though. When he kicked him and then he went down, he should have fucking stayed up instead of going down with him. But you can't blame him. Like, you're in the heat of the moment where you can. But, like, he should have stayed up with him. But, yo, they should give him the rematch. Like, he's been the champion let him get the rematch, and then they'll settle it there. Because it was such a close fight. Like, the rounds that he lost, it wasn't like the 5th round was shit. If he would have got up off the bottom, he would have been fine. But he didn't. So, but I think he fights him again, he wins, sure. And I think that, bro, like, he definitely did more damage. Like, if the rules were different, yes, he should have won.
Like, moving on to that, like, Ngannou shit, like, I hopped on that hype train, like, right now, like, before the fight. I was on the hype train hardcore, and then
but you can't.
Man, I always jump on the wrong hype trains, though.
What?
Like, I always doubt the ones that become, like, big, and then the ones that I jump on the hype train, they just fucking lose. And I'm just
they just fizzle out.
Yeah, like, Ngannou, like,
count Stipe out, man. He's a tough guy.
Exactly.
He's good.
I love Stipe, man. Stipe is a great fighter.
He's good everywhere.
You see him, like, he took the belt away from Dana White.
Yeah, I like.
He gave it to his coach, and, like, fuck you, Dana. You ain't touching me, motherfucker. You piece of shit.
Well, even before the fight, he was saying he felt like they wanted him to win, and he wasn't being promoted and all that shit.
Well, I think that's a wrong way to look at it. The reason why is because Stipe is already the champion, so to kind of hype his challenger is actually helping him. You know what I mean? Do you understand what I'm trying to say? It's not that they're like they want him to win. It's like they're hyping him to actually make you look bigger. Because if you beat this guy, and he's been hyped like that, that means you become a bigger fighter. You become a better fighter. You become a more known fighder, I believe. And I think
that was like every fighter they hyped up against Ronda. It was like the toughest challenge yet. Of course they have to. They got to sell the fucking pay-per-view. But like, yeah, of course, yeah.
But Francis was the toughest challenge, though. That was like he was the scariest.
I mean, was he? I mean, he was just the biggest guy. He was a big.
Yeah, but he took Stipe 5 rounds.
Did you see him standing next to? Did you see him standing next to Daniel Cormier?
No.
In the embedded. Watch the embedded and watch him stand next to the champion of the weight class below him.
Yeah.
It's like, it's not even close.
It's like little bro. And big bro.
No, it's like little cousin. Like, it's really funny. Yeah,
It's
go watch it. There's one episode where they go into the radio show together. And I'm like, yo, that's not even the same human, but Daniel Cormier is way bigger than all of us.
Alex, so like, what else have you been doing, man? Like, what else are you into? Other than like fighting and submissions and all that shit. Like, let's talk about like some shit that we don't even know about you. Let's talk about some shit that you could just break some shit down to us. Like, get into that brain.
I don't know. Right now, most of my life is just consumed about jiu-jitsu and MMA, but I don't know.
Tell us about Israel. How did it feel to go to the motherland?
Oh, yeah. You went to Israel with, what's his name?
Radcliffe.
Yeah, but that was MMA. I don't do much outside jiu-jitsu and MMA right now. I don't ever take like trips or vacations or like go hiking. I mean, we're really busy. So that's a really bad answer. That sounds really sad, but it's not. Like, we're just really, really busy with what we're doing. I think George is probably the same way. We're just really – I mean, he plays Call of Duty, but – no, I don't know. That's
I do play Call of Duty.
That's his new job.
This whole year was really, really busy with like a whole bunch of stuff, and then the end of the year was as well for 2017. Then 2018, that sounds like I keep like trying to talk about work, but it's just like what we're doing right now. We got a lot of fighters fighting, working on the tournament. My old jiu-jitsu coach, my first ever jiu-jitsu coach, who's now a 2-time world champion, Josh Hanger, he's out here. I mean, I'm just totally consumed with it, but yeah, it's really, really good. Like we're busy with really good stuff. So that was kind of a bad answer.
Israel, was that when you went with Radcliffe? Was that Bellator?
Yeah, that was Bellator.
Yeah, it was Bellator. Yeah,
how was that?
He
trip,
left.
Man? Was that the first
time?
He
was great. Yeah, it was. His eyes were open, bro. He went to the motherland. It was insane. He just came back and he was like a different person. Like, Alex is like real spiritual anyways and like into shit, but he came back and it was like tenfold.
Like when you landed, like what was your feeling like when you first got there, Alex?
He put his yarmulke on and he walked off the plane and he hit a shalom and he just nah. But when he came back, he did have a yarmulke on.
Oh, you bought a new one?
Nah, I do one. Yeah, my old one.
Nah, I was actually pissed because he didn't buy one.
Somewhere in my closet.
I'm saying like when you was there, right? Like, how was it? Was it like, you know, because you hear things about Israel. I've never been there, and you hear things like it's kind of like dangerous a little bit. You know,
Yo, Israel was great. Israel was great. Obviously, there's a lot of fucked up shit that's going on. The place that Bellator took us in Tel Aviv was like super nice. It was like the banking district, the diamond district. Like everything is like super modern. Like it was like America. It was like a city in America. It was like a really nice city in America.
And it was dope.
Yeah, it was dope. It was great. Yeah, it was great. Everyone was super nice. Like so many different like
so
cultures.
many times. We have a lot of Israeli people that come to Tiger to train, actually.
Yeah, but even so, like I've heard it, but like there's so many different cultures, like so many different races, like so many different like size of people, like tattoos, no tattoos, really religious, not religious. I mean, it's like, and the only other place I've been in the Middle East was Dubai and
Yeah, that doesn't really
Tajikistan. I don't know if that counts, but yeah, Tel Aviv was fucking great. And listen, there's a whole bunch of crazy shit that's going on in other parts of Israel for sure. Like really, really unimaginable things. But the part that I saw was super modern, super.
And the jiu-jitsu was thriving, correct?
The jiu-jitsu was great. That was like, man, it could have been the layover and I was really tired, but I don't think so. There was a lot of really good guys in that jiu-jitsu room. It's amazing. Everyone there was like super hospitable. Like that's one of the cool things about training. You go train anywhere in the world, like people are really cool. Israel was great. It was a great time. Fight didn't go the way we wanted, but it was cool, you know.
And you didn't get a yarmulke, so.
I didn't get a yarmulke.
Where was this?
They had them everywhere. I should just take one off the wall.
Man, I can't believe that you
didn't just like
from your
like a memory.
I didn't get anything. The only thing I got was like Dead Sea salt scrub for my girlfriend. That was it. So I got some of this Dead Sea, you know, which is good.
That's so shit.
Which probably didn't even come from there. They probably came from like a factory, but.
That's so terrible.
No, I don't need a charm. I have the experience in my soul
bro,
forever.
But that's your motherland.
I'll be back. I'll go back.
Does your brother live there?
He used to live there. He don't live there anymore. I'll go back. We'll see. Maybe I'll try to get myself on the next Bellator.
You know, open a gym there.
I'll get myself on Bellator Tel Aviv.
Hey, George, where's your motherland?
Wilmington, North Carolina.
That ain't no motherfucking motherland.
So isn't my motherland? Isn't my motherland Rockville, Maryland? Like, what are you talking about?
I don't even know. Like,
that's an idiot.
My grandmother, like on my mom's side, is like Slovenia or I'm not before Yugoslavia.
I'm Polish.
I don't even know, like, to be honest, where Hickman comes from. Like, I don't know my dad's side.
It sounds like a Nordic name, doesn't it?
Yeah, maybe I'll message my dad now and ask him, actually.
They made it up when they landed in Ellis Island. You know, a lot of people did that. They just made it up.
Yeah, but I feel like I should ask my dad, and I should know this.
You should know. Then if you do go to your motherland, then Alex will talk all kinds of wild shit, you know, to you because you actually visited the place where you're from. But you don't even know, so that's kind of fucked up.
But I don't even think I'm from Israel. I mean, if you go back to that, isn't every person from the Middle East and Africa? I mean, like, come on, what are you talking about? Like, this guy, they think it's funny, but I'm not from Israel.
He just gets mad when we say stuff.
I'm not mad. It's just a weird. Yeah.
He's getting angry now. It's like that thing when you're like, why are you saying angry? And you're just like, I'm not angry, but you keep asking me if I'm angry, and it's making me angry.
Yeah, he's an annoying girlfriend.
Nah, we hugged it out, bro. Yesterday, we're good.
So what else? What do you guys got lined up? Of course, Alex got his tournament coming up. George, what do you got?
Thursday, leave for the Philippines for one championship for MLO and Kairat.
And is the Philippines fun to visit?
Don't know. Never been there. So it's going to be a new country checking off.
Yeah.
But it's
been there, Alex?
Yeah, I went. I competed in Manila before in jiu-jitsu.
Really?
Yeah. Long time. Tiger history, dog.
Yeah.
We raised money. The gym raised money to send a jiu-jitsu team.
Man, that's awesome.
Yeah, it was great. It was really cool. Me and Joey raised the money. We auctioned off ourselves date nights. It was really fun. It was a good time.
Did you go with a white girl or an Asian or what? Or did you not?
I don't remember. Somebody bought us. No,
bid on you?
Somebody bought us for the night. We have pictures of it. It's really funny.
So someone did bid on you.
Yeah. It was really funny. It was a good time. But yeah, I went to Manila. It was kind of, I was like there just for a jiu-jitsu tournament, so like we didn't see much. Kind of like MMA, like you don't really see much. Like you're just there to do shit, like weigh in and compete. It was at the Mall of Asia, which is where you're going.
Yeah.
Where you're probably just gonna go to the arena, but I think that's the biggest mall in the world. It's pretty crazy.
Really?
Yeah. Our third biggest mall in the world.
Really?
Yeah, the Mall of It. Famous.
I'm gonna have to hit the duty free on the way out.
Yo, it's like the biggest thing you've ever seen. There's like giant arenas and stadiums and a mall. I mean, it's massive. And the jiu-jitsu tournament. The IBJJF just had the IBJJF in Manila last weekend. One of our students placed third.
Who?
This jiu-jitsu kid, Costa.
Yeah.
He placed third in Nogi, or he placed third in gi and first in Nogi.
Oh, nice.
But he didn't send me a picture of the Nogi, so it might have just been one person.
I'm waiting for what am I waiting for? What's the tournament called?
Siam Sub Series.
Yeah, I'm super.
We'll talk about
Josh Hanger there.
It's just like
ADCCs. I'm waiting for ADCCs.
Yeah, he's also waiting for Max Muay Thai and Lumpini and Rajadam. So you got to get his feet wet first.
No, I heard I thought he was waiting for ACB.
ACB Jiu-Jitsu?
Yeah, ACB. I would
Josh
compete
is on the way there this weekend. Josh Hanger, they flew him out this morning. He's competing at actually like this crazy big jiu-jitsu card. I mean, there's like 20 different matches on there, and they're all like the superstars of jiu-jitsu. ACB is like what they're doing with jiu-jitsu is just like what they're doing with MMA. They're putting the best of the best and people who know the best about jiu-jitsu, the people who know the best about MMA. She's crazy.
That's pretty cool.
That is good.
What a G though. Josh has just been out here like training in. He's just flying in, competing, and then flying back.
Yeah, you gotta get with Josh. I'll put you guys in touch. He likes talking and shit, so
we'll have him on when he gets back. Next week we'll have him on.
He is one of the most accomplished jiu-jitsu guys to visit Tiger. So
no, he is the most accomplished. Who's more accomplished?
That's why I'm just being careful with my words.
Yeah, no, you don't have to. He is by far the most accomplished.
Jeff Glover was here, and I think he won. No, like I'm actually just like thinking about accolades and stuff. But
I'll say it. I don't know. I
know
Jeff Glover's name.
Is. Either way, I mean, this guy's a coach at Atos. I mean, it's really, really cool to have him out here. He's just
you and Galvo, or however you say his name, who's a beast.
Hey, hey, over the weekend I was at the tryouts for the Warrior Series.
Yeah, Warrior Series. But if it's gonna be like the same story you told me the other day, I'm gonna laugh.
But no, I'm not gonna talk about that.
Shout out to Canada.
No, I'm not gonna talk about that one because that's kind of
right.
The dude is kind of sad and shit. But the guy that owned Battlefield, he was there.
No shit.
Wow.
And he was talking to one of the like media people, local media, about that Battlefield, about paying people and all that shit. He was talking to them, and I was listening. And this is what happened. He said that he is like right now he's in the process of like paying up everybody, like paying everybody and all this shit, right? That's what he's saying. I'm just saying what he's saying, right? He's saying he's in
Joe Ray, bro. If I tell Joe Ray, he's going like, what?
No, Joe Ray knows. Joe Ray knows.
He's been hearing that for months. He's been hearing that for a year. For a year.
But this is from the guy the guy that we met there. The guy he's the promoter, right? So he was there because he has a bunch of fighters, right? And that's just what he was saying. He was saying like, I sold my house. I did this and I did that. And, I know that everybody looks at me all fucked up. Because in Korea, people look at him fucked up. Like, they don't.
Oh, really?
Yeah. Because, of course, man, like, he didn't even pay the Korean fighters. He didn't even pay the Korean fighters. You know what I mean? So then that's like all the gyms, like big gyms in Korea. Yeah, he lost big face, right?
You know another promoter who didn't pay his fighters? Whatever happened to that guy? Whatever happened to that guy? He was in Australia for a bit. I can't remember. I think he's washed up. I can't remember his name. Anyways, continue.
Oh, I think I know what you're talking about. But Yeah, like he said that he did all this stuff, and we're like, and he says he's got the paperwork and it's showing you that and then that's why I was like, I don't know, I don't really believe all that, right? Because
Was he speaking Korean or English?
He's speaking in Korean.
For sure.
So did you think, like, as a Korean, did you think he was like being honest, or like was he
Hey,
bullshitting?
you know me somewhat now. You know I don't believe half the shit people are saying. You know, I don't believe it.
You know what's fucked up? If he messaged and was like, "Hey, you want to come fight?" I'd be like, "Hell yeah!" Because that was so fun. That was like such a fun trip. Like
It was.
even though like everyone, I got paid.
It was such a fun trip until literally it wasn't a fun trip when we got back to the hotel, but it was literally such a great trip until we walked out of the bus through the lobby doors and walked into the hotel, and everyone was like waiting to get paid, and then it was just like it came up.
I got sick.
And then it came up, and then just like knowing Alex and knowing how he is, and it's just like his face, it just displays everything that he's really thinking, and it's just instantly he was angry, which I would have been the same way. I would have been because I've been there with Rebel and shit. Like, you think you're gonna go out and you're gonna party and like take care of everybody and shit, and then you can't because you're fighting and you live in Thailand, you got no money, and you're waiting to get paid, and it doesn't happen. So then
it's happening a lot, man. It's in Korea right now. From what I heard, you know, like from fighters and stuff, like they're not getting paid all the money that they're owed. And this is for the Korean fighters.
I'll go fight, bro.
What's up?
I said, fuck that guy, but if he calls me, I'm going, bro. That was fun.
As long as he has the cash for you, like when you land and shit.
Yeah, like
I'll do that, right? I won't fight without half of it up front, which is great because then they got to fly me home anyway, so I already have a ticket booked. So I'll do that.
Yeah, but yeah. So the guy says all these things, so hopefully that this stuff he is actually trying to do so he could get people their money, because I know for a fact that like most of the people still haven't got paid, and it's like decent amount of change.
If he pays everybody, will he gain face again?
I don't know. I wouldn't trust him.
Bro, can you take that hat off for a minute?
Why?
Just
look at that Korean hair.
Look at that Korean hair.
Look at that Korean haircut. That's like
you look like this Super Boy.
Like number 2. Yeah, he does it.
You look like the Super.
That's what everybody sees me. Everybody says you look like.
Is that racist?
No, I saw Superboy fight the.
Even girls will come up to me and be like, "Oh, you look like the Korean Superboy."
You look like, damn, shorty, I am Korean Superboy.
No, but I don't think I look like him, but people say I do. But
yeah, well, you do.
Oh, fuck.
He is. He's Korean Superboy.
How you gonna fucking be calling me Korean Superboy all the time? I got my ass knocked out. Hey, what'd you guys think of that fight with the Korean Superboy and Jeremy Stevens?
I was right there at Cave Side.
Yeah. What was like?
I wanted the Korean to win, bro. I had all these OG American Koreans sat behind me. I wanted them to win.
Did you throw in a shibaseki to them?
Nah. Because when like I didn't see him until we were walking out, and there was like a whole pile of them, and they had the flag and everything. But they were all speaking English to each other. So I was just like, nah, I'm not saying shit. Maybe motherfuckers they might be like second, third generation Korean. They don't even speak English, or they don't even speak Korean.
If you throw in a fucking shibaseki, they'll be like, oh, that's all good. They know that shit.
I should have said that.
You just yell at them and shit.
Yo, I said it today, actually, this morning. One of what was the last Korean guy that was here training?
The big dude?
Yeah, the big dude.
Yeah, Nature Kim. I think that's his name.
Yeah. Well, his mate is still here. I don't know if like they met here, they knew each other from Korea, but he's still here training. And this one, I was like, oh, Haseo, and I was like, Shibasegi, fucking Kaiseki. And he just started laughing.
Yeah, they love that because that's funny though. It's for real. It's funny. Like you're like calling some random person like a motherfucker.
Bro, where was I recent? Oh, was I in the airport when I was playing the messages and I told you like I was like I keep playing it. It was like Yeah, I was literally right up at the Korean thing where I was in the Korean airport, and it was like I flew Korean to Korea, and then I was flying Delta, but obviously it was still Korean girls. And I was like playing the message as I was like checking on my Sky Miles or some shit. And I just kept playing the fucking message of whatever you said to me, and they didn't say anything. Like no one called on, or they didn't like act like they knew what the message was. But I was quite upset. I wanted him to be like look up and be like, what is he? Why is he playing that? Like who said that?
Yeah, you gotta I don't know, you gotta say it yourself. Then they'll notice and shit. You should have been like, was it some females?
Napon Kitty Bear.
That's right. You gotta say that.
I haven't forgotten that one.
Yeah, that's a good
I
one.
should have said that to the one I see ring girls.
Yeah, you should. Next week. You should do it.
This week.
Throw up a little heart and shit to them
Napon Kitty Bear.
in the
But
back.
what if they like try to fight me or like?
No, they won't try
Tell
to
them-
fight you. They'll probably like try to suck
if-
your dick or something.
What if
No,
like
you'll
they
be all
like
right.
tell the like this male chauvinist prick?
Man, they ain't gonna do that. Because they're ring girls. They'll be like, ha 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 ha. You know, they
I'd be
do
like-
that little ring girl laugh.
Kitty Bear.
Fuck, man. Alex look like he about to hit the hay.
I'm tired. It's late. It's
Yeah,
my bedtime.
bro, he's been hustling all day. He's been sat at Indeed Tattoo Shop waiting for people to come and sign up. So he's doing his thing.
You got poked in the eye?
You're gonna eye poke.
Bro, he's been telling me about this eye poke and this and that, and he had to go to it was kind of blown out of proportion.
I mean,
Nobody can see anything
Oh,
with your big
shit.
eyes.
I see it. I see it.
Yeah. Fucking look at that shit.
yo, I got a nasty eye poke last night. There's blood going into my eye, and this guy's like, "Don't be a baby." I'm like, "Yo, what are you
I
talking
can
about?"
see it. I can see that
What are you
fucking
talking-
bloodshot.
Ridiculous.
You
Yeah,
need
really
those-
bad.
You need them, them home remedies. Get
Nah,
you some
yeah,
like,
we're all
honey water or some shit.
That's real. That's real Asian of you. No, we got some eye drops. We're all good. You never know.
You got an earring in, John?
Me?
Yeah, it looked like you had an earring.
No, I don't have earrings, man.
Turn your head the
Fucking
other way.
38, man. What am I fucking wearing earrings for?
Turn your head the other way to the right. It's the
It's just
back of your
bigger.
hat.
Hey, I remember when I got my ears pierced in high school, and I went home, and my mom came in my room, and she woke me up, and she's like looking at me to like eat or something, and she's like, "What did you do with your ear? What's in your ears?" And she's all like angry, so she goes and tells my dad, and my mom comes back in my room, and she's like, "Come here, your dad wants to talk to you." So I go out, and I'm like, my dad's sitting on the couch, and he's looking at me. He's all like, "You gay, boy?" That's what he said to me.
Yo, everyone used to have their ears pierced. It's so funny.
That's so funny.
I had to take them out from wrestling camp. I remember I had them. I go to wrestling camp. You gotta take those shits out.
When I got it done, and I was drunk in the kitchen. I remember in my boy Chris Tate's house in college, my freshman year, and my buddy Christian, he pierced my ears for me, and then like literally, I just told everybody, it was like, oh, like my coach was like, look at you thinking you're all fucking cool and shit. Now you come to college, fucking drinking with your boys, like, and he was just like giving me shit. But I remember like telling people like, oh, it makes people not look at my cauliflower ear, and it makes them like not notice it because I have earrings in, which was like the stupidest thing ever.
That's so funny.
Yeah.
I just want to shout out to I want to say hi to your most loyal listener, Glenn Sparv. Hey man, I love you. I'm so happy you're back. You can touch it tomorrow. All right.
Message you?
No, I just know that he's gonna listen to this whole
Yeah, he
thing.
listens to it.
I know that Glenn Sparv is gonna
Bro,
listen to
I
this whole
held
thing.
pads for Glenn Sparv this morning at 8:00, and I have to do it again tomorrow at 8:00. And he wanted to hit pads for 6 rounds. He is a massive man. Shout out to Glenn fighting next week.
I just know he's gonna listen. That's why I just want to give him a shout out all the way at the end because he listens bell to bell, from the beginning to the end.
Ugh.
Because he wants to get ammunition.
He does. That's what he does.
He just loves Kumite radio.
He's also just really bored.
And he wants ammunition on George so he could just fucking talk shit.
Pretty easy.
Man.